Hello YouTubers, Rob here. I hope you're all well. It's lockdown, it's May, it's beautiful. May is the best month of the year in my opinion. All the flowers are out and the garden's looking good and lush. If you've got a southwest facing garden, then you're lucky, or a south facing garden, that's the southwest. If you've got, however, on the opposite side, a northeast facing garden or yard, then you've potentially got some problems. This was a very blank and dull and miserable to look out on yard. So I've spruced it up a little bit, as you can see outside. We'll go through it in a second, what I've done here. Just to give you some ideas, it was very difficult when trying to work out how to spruce up a rather depressing northeast facing yard, what to do with it. So we've kind of gone rustic, mixed with a bit of modern. And just worked with what nature's given us, which is typically ferns and ivies, as you can see here. Obviously, the drive is just there. The car sits above it. It's normally very dark, sat here in the dining room. But now, if you see here, you've got some nice kind of little framing going on. It's quite sweet. It's nice to look out on. And actually, we feel far less depressed looking out on it. So I'll take you through, I'll show you what I've done. It's all recycled, upcycled mostly. I've bought some new bits for it. Wasn't hugely expensive to do, and really difficult to find information on what to do with a north-east facing or a north-facing yard. So I thought I'd just share this. The sun only comes in of a morning in peaks of summer, and it only comes into about there. So it does that. The sunlight will come in. Anything above is in sun, anything below is not. You can kind of see that reflected in the green in the bottom brickwork there. Now you can jet wash these and they come up a little bit, but you know, I thought, why fight it? Let's work with what nature's given us. You can see just how mossy things get as well. Look at this. So we've got the gates here. You see the moss effect there. Beware of the wife. So that all comes from the fact that this never gets any sunlight, which means weeds don't even grow. Like you get the odd weed, but you can see it's fairly weed free, and it's not like I've done any weeding. So this is the odd one coming through there. It doesn't get enough light for anything to grow really. So the only options you've got are ferns and ivies, either up climbing ivies or downward draping ivies, and these ones come down. There's also one I've poked under this little thing down here, so eventually that's already starting to grow and come out a bit more. That will come out. This is an old chimney. It's what they call a night pot, come off a big house in Keighley. I got it from Yorkshire Reclamation. It cost me £85, and it's a lovely looking thing, very handsome. Very interesting. You don't see many chimney pots like that. So you can still buy these apparently new. They're about 500 and something odd pounds. So good to get a weathered one with this baked on kind of what they call salt. It's a salt finish or a salt varnished finish, brown. Very interesting. One of the ladies I walked the dog with heard I'd bought this chimney and said, "Oh, I've got one in the garden you can have, Rob, because I'm moving out and I don't want to take it with me." So she volunteered me this one, which is just a local one from Halifax, kind of very much in keeping. It's Victorian, a bit smaller, that one. And then we've just got a terracotta pot here to make up the three. So we've got ferns in. These ferns got this one from B&Q for £8. That one came from a garden centre, I think, and that one did as well. And yeah, I mean, they're lovely. You can obviously you know, get all different kind of varieties and stuff. These are the ones that are called golden brilliance or something, so they get it's like golden tinge to them. So yeah, real kind of pretty and characterful, and it goes with the brown. So this was a mirror we'd ordered on Amazon. Obviously, if this was a mirror, it would be really lovely actually. A mirror kind of helps bring in light. It also makes it feel like a deeper, larger space, and also is a point of intrigue. So and it does reflect back, so you could put pots along here if you wanted to and see those in the reflection. So if that was a mirror, it would have been fantastic. Unfortunately, it broke in transit. I wasted a month for it to turn up, obviously with lockdown, and it turned up smashed. So thank you to Richard at I think it was Homes and Gardens Direct or something on Amazon, who refunded it straight away and said to keep it. He said, I don't want it back. We were going to take it to the tip, and I thought, well, let's put it up and see what it might look like without the mirror in. So we did. We thought, okay, potentially. So we got this climbing ivy, and it's not quite the mirror effect I was hoping for, but we like it all the same. Got a little pot from Gordon Rigg down the road. It's in Todmorden, a really cool little garden centre. The owl was a present we got ages ago. It's not really big enough to work as a shoe scraper, so it's made of iron, so it found its home here. That terracotta pot was the wrong colour, so I treated it with some antique pine, cuprinol, soft and hardwood antique pine, as did I this chair. So again, this chair was just one we had. We didn't even have the slats anymore. It was a cheap chair. The ironwork's obviously rusted and aged, but the slats had all went through. It was just in 2 pieces, and I put some fresh slats on it there, as you can see, which were some offcuts I had. Painted them antique wine, and pine. I've put a bag for life, look, Tesco's bag for life, classic. Under here, just to hold some potting soil, and we've got another little ivy that's going to eventually grow out, and that one will grow down from the water feature. I'll show you in a sec. Hello. You alright, Doug? Doug's come to say hello. What do you want? Neighbour's cat. So yeah, so we've kind of upcycled that and fixed that. What else have we got going on? The fountain. So I got this. This is by a company called Aubaho, Aubaho. Got it on eBay. It's the 80 centimetre one. It's not actually 80 centimetres. They lied to me. It's more like 76. But it's quite small. But it's cast iron, very solid. It came over from Germany. I must say the quality of it is fantastic. It should last forever. It took me a while putting that on myself. It's very, very heavy. But looks great, I think. It doesn't work. There's no piping behind it. It's just for show. But yeah, with the ivy, I think that's going to look nice over time as that starts to kind of cascade down. And then this was a wooden wheel that was given to us by the mother-in-law a while back, along with this fairy. The fairy looked quite dark, so I gave her some gold highlights and some gold wings, which I just spray painted with some spray paint I had lying around. So again, didn't cost us anything. These little mice, my mum gave me them as a present once upon a time. They lived in the garden somewhere, so we rescued those and put them in here. And then this is what happens if you put ferns that don't want to be in the sunshine in the sunshine. That is, believe it or not, a fern. Doesn't look anything like a fern, does it? It looks like the wrong leaves for a fern, but it's a type of fern, my wife tells me. So that's just here as in the nursery kind of hospital position. And so is this little one, because this one also got burnt to death and has never really managed to thrive. So we're giving it some rest here, and hopefully that'll fix it. And then we've got this axe. So the axe was given to me by my uncle. He's in his 80s, and he said his granddad gave it to him, or his dad. It's by Elwell. It's an Elwell 6 axe. I broke it on the first swing trying to take down a conifer, and I was absolutely gutted because it was like an heirloom, and he gave it to me, telling me to look after it, and I didn't. So I've bandaged it up again. This here is just some bag for life, which again I've made look a bit more old with a bit of antique pine varnish. And I found a watch strap. It's like just a watch strap by the side of the road, which I picked up, and I thought, well, I'll use that to kind of mount it on there with. So yeah, it's slightly hodgepodge, but it's at least it's upcycled, I guess. So yeah, I mean that is it. I hope they've given you some ideas. If you've got a dark place to live or a dark yard and that's all you've got to look out on, then certainly a bit of intrigue, a bit of greenery, job's a good one. Take care, bye.